guys, welcome to a new video. In this video I am going to tell you, like 2 weeks ago I filmed a video in which I wanted to close a chapter which has been part of my life for a very long time. And in this video I thought I might share my experiences, like how did I deal with certain things and how did I actually like gain the weight and how did it feel and etc, etc. So before we get into the video, make sure to like the video and to subscribe to my channel. That helps me a lot, and of course to follow me on Instagram as well. So let's get into the video. Okay, the first thing I want to say is that this journey has been with a lot of ups and downs. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't like 1, 2, 3 immediately that it was happened. The thing is, last year March I was in a very bad place, also physically. I was constantly having muscle cramps and I was always so tired. And I thought, do I want to live like this forever? And the answer was no. So I decided to change that. And what I did was actually to go all in. I think many of you have heard of Stephanie Buttermore's journey, about her all-in journey, how to fix her extreme hunger. Well, that's kind of what I did. I just let go of everything what I was used to. I was used to having like eating lists. I had to always follow a certain eating schedule every day, etc, etc. I think if you have ever been in an eating disorder recovery thing, if you've ever had help with that, you probably have dealt with meal plans and stuff. So I let go of that. What I did is in the beginning it wasn't that free. I think I still had some restrictions, unconsciously or consciously, of things that I was so scared of, like pastas with cream I didn't dare to eat, or like certain other types of foods, like very fatty foods like fries, or and just like an entire bar of chocolate or something, or Oreos. And the first thing that I did is to kind of write down everything that you kind of restricted yourself to, that you thought, okay, I can't have this. And then you say to yourself, why can't I have this? I mean, life is too short to skip on peanut butter. Life is too short to skip on Oreos, on pizza, on ice cream, on cake, on chips, on crisps, on, you know, sushi, whatever you want. So the first thing what I did is I wrote a list down of all the things I was so scared to eat. And then instead of tackling them one by one, which is like just pulling off, like it's just making life harder. I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna incorporate everything back into my diet again and see how my body responds. And it was hard. Mentally, you really have to be determined to do this. And gaining weight wasn't easy. I can tell you that in the beginning, my weight gain actually didn't go that fast. In the beginning, I actually first lost some weight and then it went up. And I was quite on the weight. No, not that much, but like I was on the weight. So in my head it was more like, okay, I have to gain weight anyway, so you know, whether I gain 2 pounds a week or 1 pound a week or 4 pounds a week, it's all fine. And then at a certain point, after I think after a month or something, I started to gain quite fast. As in, like, I gained 1 kilogram a week, and sometimes even 2. So that was quite quickly, but in the end it was worth it. So what I did is I just started to eat whatever I want. If I wanted to eat a whole bag of granola, then I did that. In the first couple of months of my journey, I ate everything, and like, if I open a bag of granola, it wouldn't survive within a day. And I have videos on my, I have some old videos that you could watch and you could see actually that, I mean, if you have kind of restricted yourself from something, it's a very natural response of your body to say like, okay, no, we haven't had this, so we want a lot of it and we want it all. So we're gonna make sure that she doesn't do this again to us. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. So in the beginning, I ate jars of peanut butter, chocolate, Nutella, like, but then the vegan version, of course, because I can't have the usual one because I'm lactose intolerant. So there are certain things that I have to restrict myself to, but that's really medical conditions because I'm very lactose intolerant. I cannot digest anything with milk in it. So for me, it has to be vegan. But if you're not, then I suggest you to just go freely on that. So I would eat bags of granola, loads of chocolate, peanut butter, cookies, anything I restricted. And the first things, yeah, in the beginning it was a lot, and you gotta deal with bloating too. If you want to let me make a video about bloating, just tell me in the comments below, and then I will do that. Because that is like a topic on its own, which is quite long to tackle. So yeah, otherwise this video will be like really long. So in the beginning it was really a lot of food that I ate, and yeah, the consequences of that is I did get my energy back. Like, all the foods in the beginning, of course your body has to get used to it, so be prepared for that. You will have a lot more energy, I promise you that. And I just saw the perks and I felt the freedom already. Like after the first 2 or 3 weeks, I could already feel so much more freedom. Like I used to weigh every single thing, even like fruit I used to weigh. I don't know why. I mean, I don't care how big a strawberry is or how many bananas I eat in a day. I still eat quite some bananas, but whatever. So the key thing is, to answer the question, how did I gain all the weight? How did I gain those 10 kilograms? Or, by the way, I just wrote down a number. I don't weigh myself anymore, so I have no clue how much I actually gained, as I completely eat intuitively and I have no idea how many calories I ate. But I know for sure that it was more than 3,000. And in some days I might have hit the 10,000 calories. I don't know. But because, you know, a number is just a number. It doesn't tell you anything. Like, you can eat 1,000 calories and then be not full. And you can eat 1,000 calories of lettuce and be entirely stuffed. So it just doesn't compare in my head. And mentally, you really have to like change your mindset. Just allow yourself to eat everything. Allow yourself to eat all the foods. So make chocolate, like the worth of chocolate or the value of chocolate should be equal to that of an apple. You shouldn't see like chocolate is bad and apples are good, or crisps are bad and I don't know, carrots are good. Of course, they're nutrient wise, they have like a big difference, and of course carrots are healthier than crisps and apples are healthier than chocolate, but in your head it should be like the same, so that your mind doesn't categorize it as a certain bad food, because then it will also make you feel bad when you eat that. And the only way to do it is to actually eat the food, see that nothing happens. Like if you eat a whole bar of chocolate, if you eat a whole jar of peanut butter, you're not gonna die. The sun is not gonna stop shining. The universe is not going to explode. And you'll see that everything will be fine. And that it is important that this step was needed for you to realize, to show yourself, okay, nothing happens, it's fine. And you can just eat the food and it's like normal, it's normal food. And at a certain point, the foods will become normal and you will have the less tendency to eat a whole bag of granola, or a whole bag of crisps, or a whole jar of peanut butter, or a whole bar of chocolate. And you just can have like 2 pieces of chocolate and be like, okay, I'm good. And in order to get to there, you just really have to do it. And I am not the first person who is going to tell you this. That in the beginning you're gonna eat the whole thing, you're gonna eat the whole jar, and then if you would then say, okay, oh, I ate the whole jar, so I'm not gonna buy another one, then you're immediately just setting yourself up for another restriction and a rather restrictive thought. So my biggest advice is just to actually go and eat the food, eat the damn food. I mean, it's not gonna kill you. We've done it before, and it's fine. You're gonna survive this. So yeah, those are actually my biggest things. Yeah, the biggest tips I wanted to give you. So to summarize, write down a list of things that you kind of restricted yourself to, whether you come from like an eating disorder background or just from any restrictive background. And of course, let go of the number on the scale. Your number on the scale doesn't define you. I don't care if you weigh 60 kilograms or 80 kilograms or 62 kilograms. I don't care. And you shouldn't care either, because that number on the scale doesn't tell you anything. As long as you make sure you're of course not underweight, because you know. And then the third thing is just to get all the things in your house that you want to eat again, that you restricted yourself to, and know that in the beginning you're gonna eat the whole thing. And be okay with that, and then you know later on it will get better. So yeah, those are my biggest thing. And just know your goals. Like, if you want to get to food freedom, you gotta go through the hard part first. I mean, you don't get nothing comes for granted. You gotta work for it. And in this case, work is just eating, so I think you can do that. To close off the video, because I think I've been rambling on for way too long, I want to answer some questions. So someone is asking, are you at your set point yet or still gaining? Well, my answer is I don't know. I think I'm at my set point. I got my period back, which is quite a funny story because my period kind of comes at very interesting days. I can tell you, like, okay, I don't care that this is online, but like the first one came last December again. And it was like the 5th of December, which is like a celebration day in the Netherlands. It's called Sinterklaas, so I remember it very well. The second time it was on my birthday, which is the 22nd of January. It was like a little bit longer than usual, but I think it's fine. 22nd of January. And then and the third one was somewhere in February. I forgot which date. And like, and this month it was on the 17th of March, which is the day that everybody in the Netherlands went to voting. So I can remember my period days. So I think I'm at my set point weight, but since I don't weigh myself anymore, I have no clue. Okay, how can I deal with seeing my body changing? Oh yeah, that's something I still wanted to say. In the beginning, I think I had body dysmorphia, so when I looked into the mirror, I just didn't really see the reality of how I looked like. And the funny thing is that the more I gained, the thinner I saw myself. So I was looking in the mirror and I was like, what? 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 And I was like, oh my god, my legs look like smaller than 2 weeks ago. Well, I fucking gained so much weight. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. So, dealing with weight gain is just ignoring the number on the scale and telling yourself that your food freedom is worth a lot more than the number on the scale. Because the number on the scale doesn't tell you anything. And just to know that it will get better. You will see yourself. If I now look in the mirror, I just see myself and like, I'm good. The only thing is that sometimes my hair tends to like stand up like palm trees. That's something I would look at too, but for the rest, I'm good. So yeah, this is me, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions for me, of course, DM me, comment below, I will answer that. And if you want me to make a video about bloating, comment below as well. have a lovely day. Bye bye.